All right, we're looking at number 38 from the Chapter 2 review. A lot going on in this one. We need to solve this equation, and we're going to need to do some factoring in order to do that. So I got three terms here, and I'm noticing right away I got a 3, -9, and -54. And definitely 3 goes into all of those numbers. So I'm going to want to factor out 3. But also, if you take a look, might notice that we got x cubed, x squared, and an x to the first power, which means I can also pull out a 3x. So I can remove from every term with multiplication a 3x. That's going to leave behind an x squared, a minus 3x, and then 54. I got to divide that thing by 3. And I'm going to lazily use the calculator here. -54, divide that by 3, gives me a -18. So now what I want to do is I want to factor this. I'm going to factor this term right here. And for several of you guys, you might be ready to dive into factoring this in your head, because it's just an x squared here, which means it needs to be x and x. And then I need the two numbers that will multiply together to get a -18 and add to get a -3. If you are still not quite ready for that, that's totally fine. We can use our area model. Where I'll put my x squared term here. I'm going to put my -18 here. I'm going to set up a diamond problem to help me figure out what two terms go here. I know they have to add to a -3, and I know they're going to have the same product as this entire diagonal, so I'm going to have a -18 here. So I need the factors of -18 that will add to be a -3, and I believe it's going to be 6 and 3. If I make that guy negative, then it's going to work. So I put this in with an x, minus 6x, 3x right there. I didn't really give myself a whole lot of room on the side of this diamond problem. Slide the paper over just a little bit. There we go. Set it up like that. Now I have a little bit more room. It's definitely going to be an x and an x here. And this is going to be -6, and this is going to be a +3, meaning my binomials here are x minus 6 and x plus 3. So now what I've done, I have created a multiplication problem that equals 0. This piece times this piece times this piece equals 0. That means one of these pieces equals 0. So I'm going to set them all equal to 0 and solve them. I'm going to take 3x, set it equal to 0. I'm going to take x minus 6, set it equal to 0. And then I'm going to take x plus 3 and also set it equal to 0. I solve each one of these equations individually. The way I solve them, this one, divide by 3, and x equals 0. So my first potential answer is x equals 0. On this one, I will add 6 to both sides, and I'm going to get x equals 6. And here I'm going to subtract 3. And then let's see, I'm going to get x equals -3. So these are my final answers, 0, 6, and 3. And I can leave it out like that, or I can list them all together and say my answers are 0, 6, and -3. Those are my final answers. And this is Brianny Time with questions.